I've been waiting for the next problem to show up, asking the universe to reveal what's next for me. And here it is. I'm in a process of change, pivoting to something new. Now, the last 6 weeks, I've trained to be a bus driver, and I found it incredibly interesting, exciting to drive this big machine. And that massive bus, I had to overcome this fear. I really pushed myself to achieve. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I've always been a driver, but I achieved it. I achieved driving that thing. So, but I wasn't quite meeting the standards, the standards of the company. Especially in the public sector, had to do a lot of drop-offs and pickups, and maybe I think maybe I wasn't quite there meeting the standards. Maybe I was a bit overconfident with everything. I convinced myself, and I showed confidence in myself. In my reality, I was super confident. I could do the job, but I could have listened better to the instructors. It was a probationary period, and if they didn't like the results, that was it. That was it. You were out. It was simple. So I got desperate for the money, and I needed to make some life changes, some serious life changes. Thinking, this government job might be the answer, the answer to me, the consistency. But now I've been dismissed for not passing the probationary period. I still love the idea. I still love the idea of driving a bus, but which kind of bus? Which is why I signed up to be a bus driver in the first place. I wanted to be, I wanted to learn how to drive a private bus, for tourism, the coach. And I considered moving to, eventually to a private sector where they offered, I moved into a public sector, which they offered free training and paid to become a bus driver. And, and what a deal it was, right? To be trained, right? To be trained, and you had a paid gig. So the training was really intense, 1 week of theory and 5 weeks of hands-on work, and being coached by the wonderful, top-notch instructors out there, right? And I thought, this is a job for me for the next year, for the next 2 years, or who knows, next 5 years. But now I'm facing a problem. I'm facing this problem. I'm applying for new jobs, and it's painful. It's painful to figure out what to say, how do I be authentic, right? Without admitting that I got booted out. I got dismissed. It's not like I can say I wasn't the right fit, or I didn't fit in, or I couldn't handle brakes well. I'm a beginner, so I've got to show a bit of compassion to myself here, and I am being compassionate to myself. It taken some time. It needs more time, and now I need to find a new job, ideally with a coaching company, right? With tourism, and in tourism industry, rather than the normal public pickup stop, all that kind of thing. Bus stop to bus stop, which so I'm looking for tourism, which I love, I love the picture of driving. I'm imagining the picture of driving people to see koalas and sharing commentary about the sights and just the beautiful places what I fit in nature. However, I feel like the pressure to hide, the fact that I didn't pass, right? I got this thing now I got to hide. I didn't pass the probation period, right? I've got about 6 weeks experience on hand. It's tough. It's tough to be on a probation, right? Where you either perform or you're out, and you're done. you're done like a dinner. And so when I get to the interview, this future interview, I'm thinking, and they might ask me, how long was I been a bus driver, or which isn't much, and where was I trained? So what do you say? Do I stick to the authenticity, or do I gloss over the dismissal, right? Or maybe I can explain that. Maybe I can explain that I realized that the public sector just didn't work for me. Maybe that might work for me by saying that. It wasn't for me. It was too like hustle and bustle. It was like seriously stressful, with all the stress of consistent like pickups, drop-offs, and dealing with hazards at the same time and keeping everyone safe. Man, that was such a serious challenge for me. And I now wonder if I should say I need more training, right? Or that I could just sync up quickly if I just need that extra time. There is a glimmer of hope here for me in continuing to apply for new jobs, for these jobs, especially since there's a demand for bus drivers currently. So right now there's a huge demand, so that's in my favor. I'm very helpful about that. I feel certain about the process. I'm questioning if it's worth my time, right? I feel uncertain about the process sometimes, and questioning if it's worth my time, and if this path is right for me. And so what the solution? So the solution, just go to. I'm just going to go to the interview like as if I've already have this job. I've got the job. It's in my hand, right? I'll focus on my desire to provide a great experience. It's going to be a beautiful experience to help people, right? Taking them to like these places. They'll have a great time, with me on board. And I'm taking them to see dolphins, right? Beautiful scenic views, koalas, and showcasing the beautiful, beautiful national parks in here in New South Wales called Katoomba. So yes, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to see where that goes, and that's the plan for me. I'll make it. I know I'm going to make it, and I'm very, I'm looking at everything. I know I'm going to make it. So there we go. Yep. Should be a great experience. Looking forward to it. Yes, I'm going to make it.